Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, let me introduce myself first. My name is Faradila Humaira and I'm from Islamic University of Raden Intan Lampung. In here, I'd like to tell you about a part of sociolinguistic and the material is language. So let us discuss. As we know, language is a concept and subject of linguistic investigation is often regarded as something spared from study of linguistic general. And as a generative grammar has undergone many revisions, the analysis of language change stemming from standard theory of the 1960s have been left aside and more subtle and discriminating approaches have been developed. Now, based on Brown 2007, have a age definition of languages, and this is: the first one is language is systematic. The second one is language as a set of arbitrary symbols. The third one is the symbols are primarily vocal but may also be visual. The fourth one is the symbol is have conventionalized meaning to which they refer. Next one is language is used for communication. The next is language operates in speech community or culture. Next, language is essentially human, although possibly not limited to human. And the last one is language is acquired by all people in much the same way. Language and learning both have universal characteristics. Language is a part of linguistic field, and linguistics deal with human language. Human language is just one way in which each other communicate or gather information around them. Many linguists have made contribution to this field. For the example, have a definition from Campbell like this. Language change and development, national, international, or ethnic language can be avoided. They are caused by acculturation of culture. This case can be caused by a speaker move to a new place. If someone or speaker move to new place, the speaker will influence of a new society. So there are new dialects, find of new words, even synthetic structure. Language also change. Language can change and develop by itself slowly. Language can change and development because of adaptation of development and pattern change and system of society life, such as level education, social, culture, and technology mastery. The process of language change is influenced by many factors. In here, I will tell you two factors of language change. The first is internal factor, and the second one is external. In internal factor refers to grammatically, while external change is caused by other language. It can be fast process, and usually it begins from lexicon and other language elements. Next, in internal change, it relates to the entity of language in other language based in multilingual society. Language can be spared from sociolinguistic. The definition of sociolinguistic is combination of two words. They are sociology and linguistic. The sociolinguistic is from two science disciplines, sociology and linguistic. Language and society have close relation. Language is a social product with many functions in other to be used maximal by human beings in communication and interaction with each other. In a sociolinguistic, language is not only viewed as a language, but it can become communication, interaction, and use in kind of moment in human being living in society. In society, one is not only as an individual who speaks with others but member of society. Language is not only personality using but using in society activities. Everyone has in different using of language, phonetic, phonemic, and choosing of word, ideolect, and structure of sentence. In fact, there are of dialect in society. There are of dialect of structure of cause because by speaker, different class, region, social status, and speaker habituality. Sociolinguistic is discuss about relation between language and speaker in society. Sociolinguistic also describe about some system of social status in using language and research of dialect in multilingual society in language change and development. There are two factors in language change. They are internal and external factors. Like I said before, these factors are different in themselves. For example, in internal factor have very often to do with the establishment of morphological regularity. For external factors have primarily to do with the symbolic role of language in society. The level of language first affected the usually phonetics and phonology, though other may be later influenced by change. First is change internally. Change internally occur in the behavior of speaker in their everyday life to adjust to each other, and followed by a tendency to innovate in group of people who are already familiar. Then followed by other change in sequence which ultimately make a language different each other. Although originally differ from a single language family. Internal language change relates to the language change itself. It correlates with grammatical system. It exists in phonology system, phrase sequence, and sentence. Next is external language change. External language change and development will be explored through the study of sociolinguistics by examining and looking at change and development that language is influenced by socio-cultural factors that occur in society. Change in the external language change and language development is caused by the contact of a language with other language, where human as social beings who have been culture either interconnected or interethnic nation in the world in a country. They have many purposes in interaction and activities. For example, their economy, politics, religion, science, acculturation of culture, and technology. Conclusion of this material is linguistic is study about language. Language always change and develop either internally or externally. They can examine historically and sociolinguistically. Language change is often brought about by contact between speakers of different language or dialect, rather than by variation internal to a given speech community. such change are said to be due to external causes. Internal language change is occurs the behavior of speaker in their everyday life to adjust to each other, and followed by tendency to innovate in group of people who are already familiar. Then followed by other change in sequence which ultimately make language different each other, although originally derived from a single language family. Okay, I think that's enough for my video. We have already explained or discussed about part of sociolinguistic, that is language change. Thank you for watching my video. See you my next video inshallah. And assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.